Hello everyone, my name is Harish Kumar and welcome to our channel. I have just released a new package that is Laravel Themer. What this package does? It provides multi-theme support for your Laravel application. Not only that, it also provides authentication scaffolding similar like Laravel UI and Laravel Breeze package. And I also believe that this package is a good alternative of these official Laravel UI and Laravel Breeze package. Why I believe so? That is because of these features. As I said, Laravel Themer package provides multi-theme support so you can add any number of themes in your app. And it also provides the fallback theme support. If you have worked with WordPress and Magento, then you may know what is fallback theme support. If you don't know, it's okay. I will also explain this when I will show you the implementation of this package. And this package provides the authentication scaffolding similar like Laravel UI and Laravel Breeze package, and it also exports all the controllers, tests and other files to your app similar like Laravel Breeze does. So in the end you have all the controls, so you can customize it however you want. And if we talk about these two packages, Laravel UI provides the preset for Bootstrap, Vue.js 2 and React. On the other hand, Laravel Breeze provides the preset for only Tailwind CSS. And this Laravel Themer package provides the presets for all these. Here I also want to mention that I have taken the auth scaffolding stubs and front-end presets from these two packages and merge them into this single package. Now you may ask that I do not want to use auth scaffolding of this package. Instead, I want to use Laravel Fortify. No issue for that. You can use this Laravel Themer with Fortify package as well. Basically, what Laravel Fortify does, it provides the backend authentication for Laravel. So use the Laravel Fortify for backend and use this package for generating ViewBlade files and front-end presets. And of course for theme support as well. I will also show you the implementation of this package with Fortify as well. Now let's try this package. So first we need to create a new Laravel app. So in the terminal, Laravel new, let's say app name is my app. Now new app is created. So cd my app. Now here first I will git initialize, git init and git add, then git commit initial. Now it's done. Next valet link, it will create my app.test domain for this application. Now let's open this in the browser. So in the new tab, my app.test. Now our Laravel app is ready. Next we will install this package. So now let's run the composer require command in the terminal. Is done. Next let's publish the configuration file. Now configuration file is published. Now let's open this in the editor. Now if I go to config theme.php, here we have three options. This active option is to set the default active theme, and this parent option is to set the parent theme of this active theme. What this means? This is the parent theme and this is the child theme. This option is to add fallback theme support similar like you may have seen in WordPress. So for the first time, Laravel will look for the theme in this active theme. If it did not find the view file in this active theme, then it will look for that view file in the parent theme. And in the end, it will look for that in the resources views directory. And this base path is the location where all the themes are located. By default, it is in the app root path. Now let's create a theme. Now to create a theme in the terminal, we will run command php artisan make theme. Now we need to provide the theme name. Let's say you are creating a admin panel, so our theme is admin. And next we need to select the CSS framework. For now it supports only Bootstrap and Tailwind, so let's select the Bootstrap first. Next we will select the JavaScript framework, and right now it supports Vue.js 2, Vue.js 3 and React. Let's select this Vue 3 because it is the fresh installation of Laravel, and right now we do not have any controller for authentication. So I will select this option. It will publish the all controllers, views and test files. So select one and press enter. In the app HTTP controllers, now we have all the auth controllers, and it has published the login request, and here we have the auth routes, and it has added the auth routes in the web.php right here, and it has created this themes directory, and in this themes directory we have admin theme. In this admin theme we have JS, SAS and views, and this theme also have webpack.mix.js file. So this webpack.mix is for only admin theme. Now to compile the assets for themes webpack mix.js file, we need to require this in the root webpack.mix.js file right here. So in the terminal I will copy this and paste that here. So now in the terminal we can run npm install. I forgot to show you that it has updated the package.json according to the packages required for our theme. It's done. Next we will run npm run dev. Now it is compiled successfully. Now let's go to browser and refresh, and this time we have links for login and register page. Let's go to the register page, and here we get the error view auth register not found. That is because by default it is looking for these view file in the resources view, and it has only welcome.blade.php. So in the config theme.php, here we have to set the theme name admin. Now go to browser and refresh. This time it is working. And this package also exports all the authentication feature test as well. I have taken these test files from the breeze package. Let's run these tests as well to see if all the tests are passing. So first let's open the phpunit.xml file, and here uncomment these two lines because I want to use db connection, SQLite and database in memory. Now close this. Now in the terminal I will run php artisan test. All the tests are passed. Now let's see the option parent theme as well. So let's say this admin is a parent theme. Now for active theme, let's say we have admin child. Right now we have not created this theme. So let's go to the browser and refresh. It is working. We can navigate to login and register page. It is absolutely working fine. That is because first Laravel has looked for the view file in the active theme. If it did not find that theme in this active theme, then it searched for that view file in the parent theme. Now let's create this theme as well. So in the themes directory, here I'll create a new folder, admin child, and now in this admin child I will create views folder. Now let's say in this views folder we have auth login.blade.php. So new file, and we have auth folder, and here I'll create login.blade.php. Now in this blade file, let's print the in h1 tag from admin child theme. Now go back and let's navigate to login page, and this is from the admin child theme. And if we go to register page, and this view is from the admin theme. Now let's register to see if authentication works. So first we need to set up database. So in the terminal I will run valet db create. Let's say database name is my_app. Now app is created. Next in the editor, let's open the .env file, and here we have database my app and username is KiroLab and IP password is password. Now let's run the migration. PHP artisan migrate is done. So next let's register. Harish at example.com and password, confirm password. Next register. We are successfully registered and logged in. Now let's log out and let's log in, and it has fetched the view file from the admin child theme. Let's modify this. Now here let's change the active theme to admin and parent theme set to null. Refresh. Harish at example.com and password, and we are logged in. So authentication is working. Let's create a new theme. So in the terminal, PHP artisan make theme. Now this time I will create theme for Tailwind CSS. So let's say theme name is Tailwind. Now we will select this option. So enter 1. We have JavaScript options for Vue 3 and React. Vue.js 2 option is missing. That is because on create a theme, it updates this root package.json file, and in the package.json you cannot have two different versions for same package. This command will look for the Vue.js in the package.json, and it checks if a Vue version is 3, then it will show only Vue version 3 here, and if it has Vue version 2, then here it will show only Vue 2. Vue 3 will be not visible. This time let's select the React also. So I will press 1 because we already have controllers for authentication, so we will not select this option. If we select this option, it will ask to override existing controllers, and that right now we don't want. So here I'll select to publish views only. So 0 and press enter. Now if we go to editor, it has added the React packages and also Tailwind packages. So now we have to run the npm install to download these packages. First let's see the created theme. So in the themes directory, now we have admin theme, child theme, and this is the Tailwind theme. And in the CSS, we have app.css, which have Tailwind components. We have JS for React.js, and in the views we have all the blade file for auth, and this theme also has its Tailwind config.js, and here is the webpack mix file for this Tailwind CSS. To compile this asset, we need to add this webpack in the root webpack.mix file right here. Now here we have issue. If you see the admin webpack.mix file and Tailwind webpack.mix file, it has different configurations. So in the root webpack mix file, if you add multiple webpacks for different theme, then it may not compile the assets for these correctly. So here we need to require only one themes webpack at a time. For this solution, you can comment all the themes webpack and uncomment only one at a time. This will work, but this is not the ideal solution. So what here I'll do, let's go to the documentation and scroll down. We will add this snippet in this webpack file. So what here we are doing, here we get the theme name. So in the terminal, if you run npm run dev and then -- theme is equal to and then theme name, this process.env.npm config theme will get the theme value from this option. So its value will be admin. So here we grab the theme name, and here it checks if a theme is set, then require the webpack.mix file for that theme. If this theme option is not passed, by default require this webpack.mix file. So here let's say default is the admin. Now from terminal, if I run npm run dev hyphen theme is equal to tailwind, it will compile the tailwind theme, or if I pass admin, then it will compile the admin theme. If I pass nothing, then it will compile this default theme. Now let's run this. First we need to run npm install. Now we will run npm run dev hyphen theme is equal to tailwind. Now it is done. Now let's go to the editor, and in the public folder we have a themes folder, and in this theme folder we have all the compiled assets. In the tailwind directory we have compiled css, and in the js we have compiled js, and it also has mix manifest.json file. Similarly, it has compiled assets for admin theme as well. Now let's see if our theme work. So in the theme.php, here I'll set active theme tailwind. Now go to browser and refresh, and now you can see the theme is changed. It is the tailwind css. Let's log out and log in, and you can notice the difference. This is from the tailwind theme. If we open the source code, it has added the style from the themes tailwind css app.css. So if we go to themes tailwind views, and in the layout app blade file, right here you can see I have used the mix. Here we pass the css app.css. Here we have passed the location where the mix manifest.json file is present. So it will look for this path in the public directory. So in the public directory we have themes tailwind, and here is the mix manifest.json file, and this css app.css is passed right here. Instead of mix, you can also use the asset function. So in that case we have to specify themes tailwind and css and then app.css, and this will also work. Here we go, it is working, and both works fine. You can use any one of them. Now let's close this and let's see the next options. So in the documentation, now it provides these useful functions. You can set the theme on runtime using this theme set. Let's try this. Right now we have active theme tailwind. So let's go to the app service provider, and here in the register let's say theme set, and let's set the admin theme, and make sure to import this theme class right here. Now go to browser, and right now you can see we have active tailwind theme. Now if I refresh, now it is admin theme. A very good use case for this function is that here we will check for if a request is admin/star. In that case, change its theme to admin theme. So here all the request which has prefix admin should have this admin theme. Otherwise it will use the default active theme. To test this, right now we do not have this route. To test this, let's say we have request from login page. Now go to browser. If I refresh, now for register page we have tailwind theme, and as we switch to login page, now it is admin bootstrap theme. Similarly, here we have function to check current active theme, current parent theme, and to clear all the current theme. So it will fetch the views from the default resource views directory. This function will give you the path from the active theme. If you want the path for specific theme, then pass that theme name. We also have theme middleware to set theme. So to use this, first we need to register this middleware in the app http kernel.php. So let's go to the app http kernel.php, and right here in the route middleware, here we will add the theme middleware. Now we can use this theme middleware to change the theme. So let's go to the roots auth.php, and here in this middleware I will pass an array theme. Let's say its theme is admin, and in the app service provider, let's remove this. Now go to browser, and in the register page, now we have admin bootstrap theme for register page. Similarly, if we need to specify parent theme, then we can add this by comma, and then we need to specify the parent theme name. And now in the documentation, here is the example of the middleware that I have shown you. You can also use the middleware in the root groups like this. And here is the example to set child and parent theme. Next, we have already seen this. Now I think I have covered all the features of this Laravel Themer package. Now let's try this Laravel Themer with the Laravel 45 as well. So first, in the current application, I'm going to delete all the implementation. So from the terminal, I will run. Now, I have created this alias, and behind the scene it is running git reset hard and git clean out. Now all the current implementations has been deleted. Now this is a fresh Laravel app. So first here I'll run composer update is done. Now let's install this Laravel Themer package again. Is done. Next we will publish the configuration file. Now let's install the Laravel 45 as well. So github.com/laravel/45, and let's go to the documentation. Now we need to run this command to install Laravel 45. It's done. Next we will run the vendor publish command, and it has published these files. Now run the migration, and this package has also published the Laravel 45 service provider. So we need to register in the config app.php. So here is the Laravel service provider. So let's navigate to config app.php and scroll down, and right here we will add 45 service provider. Is done. Now all the configurations are done. Next we need to see these options are enabled. So in the config 45.php right here, and it has enabled the registration features. Now next in the app providers 45 service provider. Now from here we need to provide the view for login register routes. So here I'll say 45 login view, and it is going to accept closure function, and in this closure function we will return the view, let's say auth.login. Is done. Now go to browser and let's navigate to login page, and of course we will get this error because we have not created any theme. So in the terminal, php artisan make theme. Now let's say theme name is 45. Now let's select the bootstrap theme, and here I'll select JavaScript framework view 3. Now here, because we are using the 45, so this time we will not publish the controllers. So here I'll press 0 to publish views only. Is done. Now let's copy this. So let's paste that in the root webpack.mix file right here. Is done. So now in the terminal we can run npm install. Now let's run the npm run dev. Now it is compiled successfully. Now go to browser, refresh, and we're still getting error. We forgot to change the theme in the theme configuration. So config theme.php. Let's set the active theme 45. Now go back to browser, refresh, and here we go. It is working now. Now if we go to the register page, and of course it will give error in the 45 service provider. We have to provide view for register page as well. So 45 register view and pass the closure function, and here return view auth.register. Now go back to browser, refresh, and we get syntax error. We forget to add semicolon right here. Now refresh. Now it is working. Now this is all in this lesson. Now in the comment section, share your thoughts about this package. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe us. See you in the next lesson.